Hey you guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. That was bad, try that again. Hey you guys. Gonna try that again too. Hey you guys. That sounds like I was addressing like I don't know. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, we have a different little setup today. I am showing you guys a little behind the scenes of my Twitch setup. Yeah, that's really it. So glad you guys are all here. So this is technically my third YouTube video, even though it's more like my second one, but I'm so glad you guys are here. Don't forget, friends, if you are not liked and subscribed to my channel, please go like and subscribe to my channel down below, and I would really appreciate it so I can continue making YouTube content. So anyways, guys, I thought I would change up the setting a little bit and kind of film myself in front of my Twitch studio, as my family likes to call it. My Twitch studio. But I'm okay with it because I love it, because it is like it's like my studio, you know? It is like never mind. This video I decided I wanted to make it about what it is like to be a girl streamer and what my experience has been for the past 4 months of streaming. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my experience and the things I've learned, the things I wish I knew, and everything included to streaming. That is how I got started. So, here we go. And just a reminder, guys, if you are not following me on Twitch, please go follow me, guys. It's RarahSosa_, just as it is for literally everything else I have on the media of the World Wide Web. That was bad. Okay, but anyways, guys, so here we go. I always tell people my beginning of my streaming story to try to influence people who are maybe out there like, I wish I could stream, but I just don't know how. Well, I'm here to tell you anyone can literally do it. So I started streaming towards the beginning of quarantine, but not quite the beginning, more like the part where we all thought we were going to die if we left our house. That is when I took up the opportunity to start streaming. I have been a gamer for only a few years now. I've never really been one to call myself a gamer. I think quarantine really kind of dug that into me, and I really started finding video games as a way to kind of forget the world around me, because what is happening around us kind of sucks. So I've been using that as a way to just kind of escape for a bit and get lost in video games and play with my friends, and it's been quite an interesting time. I started playing games like Overwatch, and I got a Switch towards the beginning of COVID, in which I played Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda and Dauntless and that kind of things, and I was just sort of sitting around not really knowing what to do with my life and what I should do in my spare time that all of a sudden I had so much of that I couldn't figure out what I should do now. So my boyfriend told me I should start Twitch streaming, and at that time I had no idea what Twitch was. I had heard of it a little bit from friends and such who were into Twitch. I really didn't know much about what it was until I started to look into it and saw that a lot of girls did a lot of streaming, and I even had a couple of friends who have been streaming before. So I thought, why the heck not? It seems like something I could really get myself into. So I just said, what the fuck? And I just did it. The biggest thing I want people to take away from, if you're sitting here thinking like, man, I really wish I could stream, or I really want to start streaming, but I just don't know how, I'm here to tell you from somebody who has not been a gamer that long, nor even knew what Twitch was before I even started, to tell you that you can do it. You do not need all of the crazy setup first. You do not even need anything but confidence in yourself that you're just gonna start doing it and you don't care what happens. And that is exactly how I went into it. I went into streaming just thinking like, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch me. I don't care if anyone even thinks of watching me. I'm still gonna do it, and I'm gonna have fun, and I like to play video games, and maybe people wanna watch me do that too. So the very first thing I ran into when I first started streaming, not that it's a bad thing, but I realized that there is a whole lot of tech that goes into it that I was not aware of. I started looking into softwares like Streamlabs OBS and OBS in general, and how to get a webcam and how to get a mic, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, there is a lot to this that I didn't even think of. That was the hardest thing I think I ran into when I first started streaming, was how to even figure out how to stream in the first place. That took me even a month in itself just to figure out how to do that. Let me tell you guys, YouTube will be your best friend, because I watch YouTube videos tutorials after more YouTube video tutorials like crazy, and I'm telling you, you can learn everything you need to know from YouTube Oh my god, from YouTube video tutorials like you might be doing right now. That was the first thing I ran into, was having to find the tech. Over time, I was able to develop more tech as I had spoken to other streamers. I had gotten more advice from the internet as far as what kind of mics, what kind of webcams, what kind of setup, all sorts of stuff. I found that all on my own from watching YouTube tutorials. The second thing I ran into when I first started streaming was, what the heck am I gonna stream? So I had first started streaming Overwatch because Overwatch was the game that I was not the best at, but I could play and I liked playing, and I thought, like, this is a game that people like watching, so why not stream a little bit of Overwatch? Well, then I learned what it's called to stream a saturated game. When you're beginning streaming, do not stream a game that everybody wants to play, because there is a reason that that game is so big. To be a brand new streamer starting with a super saturated game was not the way to go, and I had 0 viewers for a long time. So I thought to myself, what other games could I play that people would be into? And my boyfriend was the one who told me you should start streaming Dauntless. It has a very small community. It has not that many big streamers. This could be something that you could easily work your way up with. And one of the very big tips of streaming is to start with a community. You need to start with a community. People that like you, people that want to watch you, people who want to continue watching you, not only in the game that they first started watching you in, but want to continue watching you play as you start to become a variety streamer, which was my goal, to be a variety streamer who plays more than just one game. So that is what I started doing. I started streaming Dauntless, and before you know it, it was bliss. All of a sudden you stream a smaller game that doesn't have as large as the community, and you get your name out there like that. And people start meeting you, they start recognizing you, and that was the best part of streaming. So that was my second thing I learned, was don't play a saturated game. The third thing I learned, which obviously I had learned from YouTube video after YouTube video, is finding a community. Finding people that you get along with, people that are nice to you, people who support you, all sorts of things. They will start to come the more and more you stream. I'm not telling you that started the first couple times I've streamed. The first about month and a half, I had probably 0 to 5 people watching me. But I will tell you, the longer you keep streaming and the more you keep streaming, more people started watching me. All of a sudden I had all these friends and people that kept coming back and wanting to see me and wanting to hang out with me and asking me about my life, and all of a sudden before I knew it, I was like, I have this community. I have a community of at least a good 10 people that cared about me, generally not only as a streamer but as a person. And the more and more you stream, the more I feel like you would actually be able to find that. And there are people that want to support you like that. You just have to keep streaming. So that was the third thing I learned, is that finding a community and being able to see that people actually do start caring about you as a person and as a streamer, and they want to support you in every way they can. Now, I'm here to tell you as a girl gamer especially, and I'm talking to all my girl gamers out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone is nice and people are so supportive and people are truly, truly amazing, but you are a female and you are in a very male-dominated world that you are entering into. That in itself, I think doesn't need much of an explanation because I think you understand what I'm talking about, but I learned how to ban for your life, because get used to it, you are a female and that's how it is. I don't think that needs any other explanation. I think you understand me on that, but that's just how it is. And that was something I was warned to when I started streaming, is that people are gonna be creepy, people are gonna be weird. I have been asked for so many interesting, let's just say interesting things that I never thought people would want of me, you know? Just gonna leave it at that. So anyways, that was the fourth thing I learned, is that you get used to banning and you don't feel bad after a while. No, I started timing people out and banning them, and then all of a sudden you get moderators to help you do that too. So yeah, don't be afraid to ban people because it's gonna happen and you're gonna have to do it, and not everybody is gonna be nice too. But with that being said, the people that are nice and the people that do support you will stick around, I promise. You will get a community. It is one every couple of, 10, 20, 30 viewers. It really just depends. And that's why you have moderators who help you with that kind of stuff, who block stuff and ban stuff so nobody else can hurt you anymore. One of the next couple things I learned when I started streaming was that people are not afraid to call you out on your gaming, and that is something I had to learn the hard way. I'm not the best at games. I don't ever see myself as being the best of games. That's not the kind of person I am. I play video games because I like playing them, because I find a lot of joy in playing them, as I'm sure so many other people of you do. But you're in a very competitive world of video games. People aren't afraid to call you out when you're playing like shit. And that was something I realized I have to be very okay with, that people are gonna be like, wow, you suck at this game. And I'm like, okay, no problem, thanks. Just having a bad day, but it's fine. So yes, people are gonna call you out in your games, and that's okay, and you learn to just brush it off, you know, and you learn to take their advice, and sometimes you just say, sure, and never take their advice. You learn just to know that people are just trying to help you out too, and most of the time, they don't mean it in a mean way, they just wanna help you out because they think that, you know, they can help you be a better gamer. Something like that. Another thing I notice is how excited I get when there is another female maybe playing with me, or maybe in the chat or in the Discord. You realize how excited you become. Yes, there's another girl! And sometimes it makes my entire day. Not that I love playing with everybody. I play with as many viewers as I possibly can because I love being able to meet new people and hear their story and where they're from. But sometimes when you get that, you know, 1 or 2 girl viewers or players that jump in, it makes you feel so good. If there's anything you take away from this video, it's just that if you were considering streaming, or you wanted to start streaming, or you were like me who was so new to gaming in the first place, let alone Twitch and the whole social platform that you can stream yourself doing almost literally anything, is that you should just do it. All you have to do is be confident in yourself and be confident that there is people out there who will watch you and who will support you and who will be kind and generous and just so supportive of every single move you make, and I promise it will be a good decision for you. The last conclusive thing I think I've learned over the past 4 months of streaming is to just remind myself that I need to be nobody but myself when I'm streaming, that I don't need to try to be someone that I'm not, because people can tell if you're not being yourself and you're not being as authentic as you are. And I think that's the biggest thing I have to remind myself, is that just being myself is what people want to see, and people are here to see you be yourself. So if there's anything you can take away from this, is just to be yourself and just have the confidence that if you continue to keep streaming, people will watch you and people will support you. You just have to keep going. Anybody can become a streamer. You just have to do it like I did. You just gotta pick up a PC. Not really, it's kind of already there. But you just have to pick up a webcam and a mic and just do it. And that's kind of how I did it. That's kind of how I started to do it. But anyway, guys, I know this was a super scattered video of thoughts and whatnot, but the past 4 months have been an incredible 4 months, and I've learned so much of streaming, and I'm so excited to see where the next 4 months take me. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Please comment down below anything more you would want to see as far as me streaming, if there's anything else you'd want to know. I tried to keep this video kind of short, just give you the plain and simple, I just kicked the camera, the plain and simple go-tos of what got me into streaming and things that I just have learned along the way. But please comment down below things you'd want to know as far as maybe my setup or maybe things that I have played or whatnot. Just keep up with me, guys, and I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys wear a mask and do all the shit. And I will see you next time.